The following is a production of Learfield Sports.
The 124th edition of Wisconsin-Minnesota was a terrific game. It's easy to say if you're a Badger fan, but it was a back-and-forth affair. Minnesota jumped to a 17-3 lead, and then the Badgers were able to rally and eventually hold off Minnesota 34-24 to win the West Division of the Big Ten Conference and advance to next Saturday's Big Ten Championship game. And oh, by the way, the Badgers win for the 11th consecutive time in this series with the Gophers, so the Axe will stay in Madison for another year. Melvin Gordon with 151 rushing yards, Joel Stavy big in the passing game, 2 touchdown passes, and Alex Erickson 5 receptions for 160 yards. We'll hear from some of the players, look back at some of the highlights from Saturday's battle for the Axe as well as the West Division, and of course we'll sit down with head coach Gary Andersen. All coming up on the Badger Sports Report.
Erickson to the left, Stavy back in a quarterback, in the shotgun, back to throw, 4-man rush, left side pass, Erickson wide open, at the 50, left side 40, Erickson the 30, he's to the 20, inside the 15, to the 10, and brought down inside the 10-yard line. Stavy takes the snap, looking under some pressure, steps up, looks, throws, end zone, Melvin Gordon, touchdown Wisconsin! Game on in Madison. 1st and 10 Wisconsin. Here's the handoff to Clement to the 25. For the cut to the right to the 20. Shakes right again to the 10, to the 5. Touchdown, Wisconsin! Corey Clement, welcome back. Badgers take the lead. So go back offense with Melvin Gordon behind Joel Stavy. Play fake, Stavy back to throw, looking, fires, end zone, caught, touchdown Wisconsin! Rob Wheelwright into the end zone. Oh, did he pick a good time to make a big play?
Unexplainable. My first catch of the season was a touchdown, so I'm just very excited. I know my family was excited, and even my team was more happy than I was, so it was just a great feeling. My brother been joking with me. He played for Minnesota as well, and we've kind of been going at her, so I know he's feeling it right now, and so it's just a great feeling just to make sure that the seniors went out of here with a win.
The Big Ten Conference has had a championship game for 4 years. The Badgers are going to play in it for the 3rd time next Saturday in Indy. It is over. The Badgers keep the Axe. They win the West, and they'll play for the Big Ten crown next week against Ohio State. It's over at Camp Randall Stadium. Minnesota jumped out to a 14-point lead, and the Badgers stormed back to win by 10. Final score, Wisconsin 34, Minnesota 24. To the 10, to the 5, touchdown Wisconsin! Corey Clement. Taken down by Michael Caputo. 30, 20, 10, 5, touchdown Wisconsin! Melvin Gordon. 20, 10, 5, touchdown Wisconsin! Kansas go!
The Badger Sports Report with Gary Andersen is brought to you by Charter Communications, by the Dairy Farm Families of Wisconsin, the Wisconsin Milk Marketing Board, by Hyundai, by Adidas, by Toyota, and by UW Health, a cornerstone partner of Wisconsin athletics.
Most people don't know that UW Health and the University of Wisconsin are national leaders in the field of kidney transplant. They provide new life for those who will likely die without a transplant, and they assure a normal life for those who donate. I would know. I donated a kidney, and together, we saved a life.
UW Health. Remarkable.
When you have the fastest internet speeds, you can find anything almost instantly, which is a powerful thing. Because sometimes it's not so much what you're looking for, but how fast you can find it that makes all the difference. Get the most advanced fiber network. Charter Spectrum. Where will it take you?
Ooh. Ooh. Ah. Wisconsin cheese. Making good food great.
The reason why I chose Mercedes is because I was looking for a different kind of a vehicle. I was very surprised how affordable that a Mercedes was. What I had for the price with leasing my Toyota, I had an opportunity to be within $75 difference. So I was very impressed with it. That's why I purchased a Mercedes.
Drive the 2015 Mercedes-Benz C300 4MATIC sports sedan starting at $41,325.
Stabby calls for the ball, takes the snap, handoff Gordon over the left side to the end zone. Touchdown, Melvin Gordon. 26-17, the Badgers.
More high drama at Camp Randall Stadium as for the second straight home game, the Badgers storm back from a 14-point deficit, and Saturday's effort gets Wisconsin to next week's Big Ten championship game against Ohio State, joined now by head coach Gary Andersen. You've talked all year about how your guys handle the adversity. I don't know if you get used to it or whatever, but I'm sure being down 14, that's not in your game plan. But you guys adjust accordingly.
We definitely don't talk about that in staff meetings. let's react once we're down 14. But, you know, it's the sign of this team. It's what they've done all year long. That's why they've been so fun to be around and be a part of. And they just steady Eddie. You know, and if you break down that first half of that game, we were really our own worst enemy. And when you're playing a great football team like Minnesota, you can't do that. And a turnover can happen. That's football. You got to bounce back and you got to deal with it and move on. But you know, we had some penalties and we missed tackles that we just weren't quite where we are at certain points, especially when you're playing against a great team. But they are resilient. They're tough-minded. They kept on fighting and battling. And again, there was no finger pointing. There was no, yeah, woe was me, or you got to do this or that. They just kept on battling.
Well, one of the big plays in this game for your offense, as great as Melvin Gordon continues to be, but when Joel Stabby hooked up with Alex Erickson, big 70-yard pass play, Alex was a huge factor for you today, wasn't he?
Yeah, Alex made some big-time plays, and you know, Joel is continually, he threw the ball very, very well today. Yeah, I think he's continuing to progress, and you know, as I look at it and I see as we've gone through Skelly about the last month or so, and when we're just our pass drills and practice, and it's really improved. And when I say that from a quarterback standpoint, the young wide receivers, the older wide receivers, it's coming together. And I think Joel in games now feels confident with his receivers. I think in games now he feels very comfortable with the pocket being there for him to be able to throw the football. And in turn, you know, he's seeing things down there pretty cleanly. And guys are making plays again. See Robert Wheelwright make a play today? That was awesome.
Timely.
Yes,
timely for the first
say
catch.
the least. It's a good time to have it happen.
Your tailbacks, Melvin, let you comment on him, and then Corey Clement. I know you were talking after the game in the postgame ceremony, fresh legs, but he's had to pick his spots when you could play him. But man, did he deliver!
Yeah, we needed Corey. You know, we've gone through a couple situations the last 2 weeks where we had to take a timeout because we didn't have anybody to put in there for Melvin, or at least a person that we felt was ready to get into that moment at that point. When Corey was injured. So today Corey came in, he was spelled, he knew he was going to have to play sometimes, a few reps in certain situations, or depending how the drive went, you know, 3 or 4 plays in a row and give Melvin a blow. And he exploded. A couple times he exploded big time.
He sure did. Melvin's durability, though, I have to remind myself, he averaged 16 carries a game last year, and that was his busiest year here at Wisconsin. But he takes some hard shots, but he keeps getting up for more time and again.
And his drive is his toughness. I look at it again today. How many times was he hit at the line of scrimmage and he got 3 yards, 4 yards, 5 yards, 10 yards? It happened time and time and time again, just like it did last week. Now that young man has been through 2 of the most physical football games that, you know, I'm sure he's played in his life, back to back. So anybody ever wants to question Melvin Gordon's toughness, yeah, man, I'd like to talk to him.
Yeah, I bet you would. I bet you Melvin would too. Your defense, you guys were dishing out some hard shots as well. Marcus Trotter, I felt like I was calling his name all day. Caputo, I guess with those guys in your defense in general, same story, different week, where they were, you know, Cobb had the one run, but he had to earn everything, it seemed, the rest of the way.
Yeah, he did, and we had a little bit of a misfit there early, and the quarterback, we knew the quarterback runs were going to be a big part of David Cobb getting going, assuming he was going to play. You know, my hat goes off to that kid. He came back and played in the game when he had a hamstring, so he was obviously a tough young man. But I thought the defense in the second half settled in. The fits were there. Started to rely on each other a little bit, and that's what you got to do on defense, offense, and special teams. You can't start stretching to make plays. And I felt like we were doing that a little bit again in the first half. And I don't know why, but we did. We got settled down and the defense played lights out. And it's great to see Marcus have that senior year that he's having. You know, he's a fantastic kid. I think a week ago I said, you know, you say good game to him, and he says, thanks for the opportunity, Coach. It was the same thing today. I mean, he is a wonderful young man, and he's making big-time plays for us.
Yep, and you get to work with him again this week as the Badgers get set to take on Ohio State down at Lucas Oil Stadium in Indianapolis, 7:17 Central Time. That's the exact time of kickoff for the Badgers and Ohio State in the 4th edition of the Big Ten Championship game, and the Badgers are a part of it for the 3rd time. Coach Andersen rejoins us in a few minutes with this week's Great Dane, Great Question of the Week. Stick around, the Badger Sports Report continues.
Minnesota came out hot, and we're just really happy that we stayed poised, stayed calm, and you know, everything worked out. And you know, it was very happy. It's a heavy thing, so it's a heavy trophy. So, but it was real fun and something I remember for the rest of my life.
You know, the class here, you know, we wanted to keep the hands out. We wanted to keep the axe out of their hands all whole time here. You know, we were able to do that. You know, and we got a very tight-knit team, and I'm glad to be celebrating it with them. I wouldn't trade it for the world.
Yeah, you know, I'd say it was a Wisconsin kid's dream come true. Standing up on that stage, just looking around, just being so fortunate for the position that I'm in. So thankful for everyone that supported me.
It was kind of everything we wanted. Senior day, you know, playing Minnesota for the Axe for a chance to go to the Big Ten title game. And, you know, I mean that's everything we want. Did enough to come out with a victory. You know, my hat's off to Minnesota's effort. You know, they had a good game plan, but you know, this team just found a way to win, and I'm proud as heck of these guys.
It's still hitting me. You know, once they brought out the podium and all that, I'm just like, it's like a Super Bowl. So it's kind of cool to me. I'm just got a chance to sit back and just reminisce because the game went by so fast in my eyes. I'm just like, wow. You know, we had some panic moments. We faced a lot of adversity within the first half. I'm just like, man, this isn't going well. But, you know, knowing us, you know, we have a lot of games where we open up kind of bad. But I just know our defense and our offense can attack as well, and they're coming back.
You know, being able to keep the axe and get the hat, I guess, it's a cool situation for us. You know, it was a big win. And, you know, we're just excited about the opportunity next week. I think it's going to be a tough game. I think, you know, obviously Ohio State's a tremendous team. They've shown that every week this year. So they're going to be tough to beat. They're very athletic, so we're going to have to prepare really well.
Oh, man, it was a great feeling, You know, I told the guys, man, I'm going to celebrate with the student section. I'm going, you know, I'm throwing my helmet. I'm ready to just celebrate, man. I'm just so happy. The game was a tough game. You know, we knew everything was on the line this game. And, you know, we just had to come out there, and I just tried to get an energy and show the energy to the fans as well. The axe is where it needs to be. And obviously, when we came in here as freshmen, we was told never lose the axe, and we kept it.
The reason why I chose Mercedes is because I was looking for a different kind of a vehicle. I was very surprised how affordable that a Mercedes was. What I had for the price with leasing my Toyota, I had an opportunity to be within $75 difference. So I was very impressed with it. That's why I purchased a Mercedes.
Drive the 2015 Mercedes-Benz C300 4MATIC sports sedan starting at $41,325.
Favorite tradition is at the Beagle household is always watching football. Usually Rocky, my father, and my grandfather, we always rehash those glorious football days, and I'm just kind of having fun with the Beagle family.
I would just really say just being with my family back home. You know, with them being in Fort Lauderdale and our family being very big and very close. Just being around all the fellas and aunties and my cousins. It's really, truly fun. I miss it, but I know that somebody will eat a good plate for me, and and I'll have some when next time I get back home.
Just spending time with family, family that you don't see. We always go to my grandma's house, and you know that's good to always see your family. You get to spend time, be thankful for what you have.
Coming from an Italian family, I always had cavatelli and sauce growing up, and cavatelli sauce, and then turkey's always it's always a go-to.
My family, we always come together for Thanksgiving, and right after we always go bowling.
you know, every year thing. We have like this trophy that we play for, you know, and my uncles, they always, you know, they talk smack because they bowl in leagues and stuff like that. So, you know, and we take pride in that. Every Thanksgiving, you can't wait till Thanksgiving to try to, you know, get the trophy and bring it home and stuff like that. So that tradition that my family has, it's gonna last us a long time.
My sophomore year here, my host family kind of invited me over to the woods in North Carolina. And their entire family was there, and it was kind of my first time out with them. It was just like a super nice weekend, just like food all the time. You know, it was kind of like, we were kind of like in the middle of the woods, so we didn't do much. You know, we hiked in the beginning of the day and then just ate and like went to sleep and like woke up and ate again and just like played poker and then ate again. It was awesome. It was a good time.
I think we all just go to Coach A's house. It's pretty cool just to have another meal with your, closest friends that you learn to connect with on a different level. So I mean, it's pretty cool. Now it's just, going back to his house once again. Hopefully his wife cooked up a big old plate for me because I'm gonna eat everything. I hope the linemen stay away because they normally take away everything.
We'll be making a traditional octopus salad, drizzled with some olive oil and topped with a dash of salt and pepper.
It's funny how seeing a clearer picture can lead you to see the bigger one. Get the most HD channels and the fastest internet on the most advanced fiber network, Charter Spectrum. Where will it take you?
Some call it a miracle. Others call it science. But for those who've needed a kidney transplant like Kelly Krager, they simply call it a new lease on life. For nearly 5 decades, UW Health and the University of Wisconsin have been national leaders in the field of kidney transplant, providing a new life for recipients and assuring a normal life for living donors. Miracle? Science? Maybe it's a little bit of both. UW Health. Remarkable.
Whether you're out there training for a big event or you're just trying to stay in shape, I have a bit of advice. It's important to remember that what happens after the workout is just as important as what happens during the workout. My advice? Be sure to refuel with low-fat chocolate milk. It has the perfect mixture of protein, carbs, and electrolytes to help you refuel, rehydrate, and build muscle. In Wisconsin, athletes win with low-fat chocolate milk. And you can too. To learn more, visit winwithchocolatemilk.com.
Ah, the bold new Camry. You can get a great deal during Toyotathon. I love the new look. And it's a blast to drive.
Oh, so you've driven it?
Yeah, I've taken it for a spin.
Toyotathon savings are here. Get incredible 1.9% APR financing on a bold new 2015 Camry. Or lease Camry for just $219 a month. Hurry in today.
You want to borrow my driving gloves?
Toyota, let's go places.
It's a long one. I feel like an oldie. You got new guys coming in and things like that, and you feel like a teacher, and I don't know. I mean, I feel old. Let's just say that.
The defensive line is a particularly young group. As one of the senior leaders, what advice do you offer the younger guys coming up?
Just take advantage of every snap. Like I've always been told, your time here in college doesn't last that long, so you got to take advantage of every opportunity.
Your senior year didn't start out the way you hoped with an injury in the LSU game, but after getting healthy again, how great did it feel to get back on the field again?
Yeah, it felt great. Just blessed that opportunity to play again. Glad the injury wasn't as bad as it could have been. So just happy to be able to have a senior year.
How was Warren Herring from 4 years ago different than Warren Herring today?
Oh gosh, a lot more old, decrepit. A lot smarter. Let's say that. Just a lot more mature. Like just knowing. I don't know. Just experience college. I don't know.
You guys have accomplished a lot as a senior class, Big Ten championships, Rose Bowls. What memories in particular stand out?
Definitely team bonding with the guys. You know, we had a lot of guys came in with us. A lot of guys are gone. So I think it's over. I think we have under half of the guys that came in with us still in our class, still here. So just take it. I mean, just having the guys around, just bonding and things like that. Like the paintballing that we had last year was one of the best activities I've ever been a part of. It was one of my favorites. But yeah, definitely just bonding with the guys.
Do you have a favorite game memory?
Nebraska, you know, it being, being for the Freedom Trophy for the first, inaugural year, just being able to make that memory with the guys is awesome. Like those are my brothers, and they'll forever be that way.
What is your major and why did you choose it?
Well, majored in human ecology, consumer affairs. I chose that because wanted to take the marketing route. Wasn't sure what I really wanted to do yet from that point, but definitely. Going through the School of Human Ecology, there's a lot of people that helped me move me in the right direction.
What is it about Wisconsin that you will always remember?
The people, everybody. Well, first off, with my teammates and coaches, just a family environment. Just taking the way they took young guys in and the way they took me in was awesome. The people outside of football, the academic guys, the fans, just the crowd. Everybody's awesome. People are nice and they're willing to help at any point. One of the main two things was just the tradition of success we have here in athletics. Great athletic program, great football team, and then just the academics. That was the main thing, and just getting a degree from Wisconsin speaks volumes, and I really like that part about it.
And then going forward, how important is it to you to be able to say for the rest of your life that you're a Badger?
It's very important. It's a great opportunity for me. It was a great opportunity for my family, for me to be able to go, and it's something I'm going to be proud of for the rest of my life.
Fans use signs to identify themselves. The chop, the fork, the O, hook 'em horns. But there's one sign everyone wants to be identified with. Number 1. Fans show their loyalty in all kinds of ways. Ours just buy another Hyundai. Number 1 in customer loyalty 5 years in a row. Show your loyalty using the hashtag #ThisIsLoyalty.
When you have the fastest internet speeds, you can find anything almost instantly, which is a powerful thing. Because sometimes it's not so much what you're looking for, but how fast you can find it that makes all the difference. Get the most advanced fiber network. Charter Spectrum. Where will it take you?
Most people don't know that UW Health and the University of Wisconsin are national leaders in the field of kidney transplant. They provide new life for those who will likely die without a transplant, and they assure a normal life for those who donate. I would know. I donated a kidney, and together, we saved a life.
UW Health. Remarkable.
Wisconsin cheese, making good food great.
The Badger Sports Report with Gary Andersen is brought to you by Charter Communications, by the Dairy Farm Families of Wisconsin, the Wisconsin Milk Marketing Board, by Hyundai, by Adidas, by Toyota, and by UW Health, a cornerstone partner of Wisconsin athletics.
This week's Great Dane Great Question of the Week comes from Michael in Waukesha, and he asks you, Coach, when did you get the sense that this team was really coming
Oh, that's a good question. I never really doubted this team. I thought they could always be a good football team, and we had some setbacks. I think when you go through an off season, you start in January, you go through the winter conditioning, you get to spring ball, you go through summer conditioning, you have a pretty good feel of the kind of team you think that you're going to have. I knew they were a very tough, minded group of kids. Our leadership developed very quickly from a team that was full of seniors a year ago, but the underclassmen, now the upperclassmen, did a nice job of growing and falling into that leadership spot. And, you know, they were challenged. I guess if I had to say during the season, I'd probably go back to how they fought back after the Northwestern loss. You know, the ability for them to bounce back after a very tough loss. We didn't play as well as we could. We got, you know, beat on the, we lost on the road to a very good Northwestern team, but the bottom line is we bounced back, we fought back and did what we had to do to get involved, and they definitely grew on that week, and they've kind of gained some momentum since then. But I'm proud of the way these kids have gone through the whole season and the ups and downs. The adversity that these young men have faced off the field is just as impressive, trust me, as that they faced on the field.
All right, Michael, thank you for your question. The Great Dane with multiple locations up in Wausau, as well as 4 locations in Madison, the east side of town, downtown Fitchburg, as well as Hilldale. It's the Badgers and Ohio State playing in the Big Ten Championship game coming up on Saturday night down in Indianapolis. We'll talk to you next week. Thanks for watching.
The reason why I chose Mercedes is because I was looking for a different kind of a vehicle. I was very surprised how affordable that a Mercedes was. What I had for the price with leasing my Toyota, I had an opportunity to be within $75 difference. So I was very impressed with it. That's why I purchased a Mercedes.
Drive the 2015 Mercedes-Benz C300 4MATIC Sports Sedan starting at $41,325.
The Learfield Sports Directors Cup is the officially sanctioned annual award recognizing all-around excellence in men's and women's collegiate competition. NACDA and USA Today co-founded this esteemed honor in 1993, still widely recognized as the crowning achievement in college athletics.
It's 2050. I'm one of 9 billion people on the planet. Like most, I live in a city. Our air and water are clean, and there's plenty of fresh food for everyone. My parents are getting old, but staying healthy. Good thing, because my kids will probably live to be 100. Can you imagine?
The University of Wisconsin-Madison, preparing minds to meet the challenges of the future before they become the challenges of today. Keep on, Wisconsin. Keep on.